nerve-wracking when you get to this point.
Yes! You fall off!
No! Oh!
Come on!
How could you do that?
One more try. One more
Why?
Sense of Steam, where we play a 99-cent or less Steam game on the Steam store. And tonight's game was Flipped On, a game by Four Wings Studios. What did you think about Flipped On?
Well...
Yeah.
Oh,
wow,
yes. Just give me a minute.
I got you.
Damage here.
He's a fall.
First off, this game,
Mm-hmm.
I want to explain it real quick.
Go for it.
Before I give a little initial impression.
All right.
So the game is just this little yellow car, like a mini school bus.
Yes.
Compact car.
I'd say a Hummer, but
a floating island.
above nothingness.
Above nothingness. It's, blocky graphics. And it's basically I wouldn't say a puzzle game, but essentially it's like a driving puzzle. So there's roads, and you have to start off and go around and get to the finish line.
Yes.
And it takes you to the next level. And each level has kind of
It builds
its own little entity. So you play one, it's like it'll be like 1A, 1A, 1B, 1C, and then you beat that and it goes to 2A, 2B, and so you just keep going that, and then each new level brings in new points of interest, ramps and
things that fall down.
Blocks that fall on you and little things that pop up
Right.
that cause your car to fly off the road and so on and so forth. Cracked pavement causes damage to the car.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun playing this game.
I did too, actually. You know it when you die and you're like, no, I want another turn. And then
It was addicting.
Yeah, it became really addicting real quick. The issues I had with it were it became a little monotonous after a while.
Yeah, it did.
And it's like you look at it from a designer's perspective. How hard would it be to play music the entire time? The music just stops, like on the second level.
We're going to crush this.
I'm going to crush this.
Dave, just blast through.
But the music's going.
Yeah, where's the damn music? Yeah, I don't know if I can play this without music. It makes things very... I feel very... I can't. Without the music, I have...
You were doing fine before you realized the music wasn't there.
Yeah, now I'm focusing on the sounds of the car engine and my terrible driving, so it's freaking me out. And then there's no more music the rest of the game.
That could have been a glitch, but
yeah,
it really made you focus in.
It did, I will say that, but it left you reading a little like, where's all I hear is the sound of the engine. This is bizarre.
But the thing is, I mean, you say it was monotonous, but
a little bit.
Every time we beat a new level, when something was challenging, it took us 40 tries to get past a level. We were so excited when we beat it, and we were excited to start the new level. So, yeah. All right, watch this. I'm going to book it.
Got it.
It's loading. Like, it takes all but a matter of seconds to load. Milliseconds to load. Oh, you got it. Hey, that works.
Actually is not bad.
It's not good.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's pretty fun.
Alright, you need to time this correctly.
Yeah, because it goes higher than the damn street.
Just
so
gun it a little
set.
bit. No.
Go down.
Go!
Darn it, I wanted to try to flip it.
You did flip it!
Well, I meant like a
Alright.
like a full flip. One more time. We gotta get past this level.
Alright, we're gonna get past this.
Beautiful.
it. This is it. Come on, Mark. You got this. No pressure.
It's hard to like gate.
Oh, he's got it.
He's
He's got it. Oh yeah, look at this guy.
Oh.
Go!
Oh no! Let him do his thing. I don't know when.
Go!
Uh-oh. No!
You
Get
did
there!
not.
Get
No! Yes!
Hey! Yes!
I'm done.
Yes! In that particular level, it was more frustrating to get through, and that's probably where the monotonous repetitiveness came into play.
I guess,
but
for a little bit.
It was challenging.
I wonder what it was like playing by yourself, because with a group of people, we tend to get a different experience. So by yourself, I feel it still would have been kind of the same thing, like that challenging aspect of,
Good
okay,
point.
I can drive past the gates, whoop-de-doo. The problems I have with it, where it's what angers me is you don't expect it to be epic, but you expect it to be playable. And it was like just at that level beneath playable for me anyway, because
Beneath playable?
Just beneath. And when I say this, because like when your one tire falls off the road, all of a sudden the car stops dead. This is elegant.
Restart.
And you're like, wait, I can't rev, I can't do anything. What are you doing? And you have to grab
But that's
the mouse,
where the
restart.
challenge came in.
I understand that,
That's where
but
the challenge
you look
came
at
in.
problems like, okay, that's easily fixed. And like, I'll say this: you finish a level and it jumps you right back into the next level. I'm fine with that. But I would have liked hey, you beat it in 1 minute, so forth. Took you 40 tries, and my biggest thing, I have no idea how far along I am. Like, I don't know what level I'm on. I'd like to know that. I kind of like the mysterious of how far this goes. But at the same time, that's frustrating going, there could be 100 more levels to this, and I'm just going to keep going. Got her. I got her.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
Wait, it's the same damn thing. Oh, no.
Oh. So it must build on itself. Like, it's like one level, and the roads keep getting more and more, and then it switches to the next.
dear.
So there must be...
I got her.
There must be 3...
You're gonna need some speed here, Dave.
That's what I'm worried
Oh.
about.
Got it.
No. Back up.
Got it.
Back
You
up.
should have just got it.
Hang on. Patience. There's no time limit, if you haven't noticed. Here we go. Gunning. Here's 1.
There it is.
2.
Yes.
3.
Oh, slow.
Alright, how many lives do we have on this game?
I don't think...
Wait.
It's not
Like,
just that. I
like
want to
a little,
know...
just to
where-
know what you're doing or
where's
where
my
you are in the
progress?
game.
Like, it just kept
It would
on
have been
going.
nice to have a timer.
Yes. Something like that. Something to let
Also,
me
they had
know.
to know how many tries on one particular level
Like
would have
I
been
said.
hysterical because
Yeah.
there
Like,
were
oh,
some
great,
where we
tries,
just
50
went
times.
on and on.
Right, given achievements for, hey, you aced it, you did this in 3 tries. You got the goal because you did it in this under time. But for me, that's simple programming. Like, you could have put that into the game, easily done, and it was left out, and it made it feel incomplete. And that's what kind of bothered me going, if it had that's a decently complex game.
I can understand
with
that
decent driving
particular
mechanics, and
point,
there we
but-
go.
Yeah.
It's just easy fixes for me that
I
frustrate
get that.
me.
No, I completely feel you on that front. That would probably make it more playable on a single player level.
Yes.
Where we got to play it with, us 3 together.
Yeah, if you play this by yourself, you'd be you'd be frustrated.
Probably. But if you had timers and all, basically like an achievement or like a completion to go toward, then probably. But I mean, for $1, it's it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a challenging game, and it wasn't challenging because it was incompetent.
True, the incompetence behind it was stuff there were made the game flow better.
The hardest part to the game, or not even the hardest part, but the more of the buggiest part to the game was probably when you went down a ramp.
Okay.
Dave, gun it. Just gun it right now. Don't look ahead.
Yeah,
when you went down a ramp and then you went up and your car would kind of go crazy. However, that made you try to pick the correct speed. And the way the camera angle is just forward, you couldn't change it, so you didn't know what the distance is. So that kind of, it was more of a try and fail.
Right.
game.
Which I'm fine with that, and it's its own game where, hey, that's the kind of what they're going for, and I thought whoever designed it achieved that. My only issue was you had something where I think worked, and it could have been made into a legitimate game, and instead you made it 99 cents with something that's a simple one-day fix on a programming level. That's what bothered me the most. It wasn't necessarily how you drive the car or how your wheels get stuck, even though that was frustrating, or little things like that, or how the car engine revved every time you fell down. It's just little fixes, like the background color was terrible. I'm fine with these sticks. It looks like a Minecraft feel. Okay, fine. That's whatever. That's the game's feel. It's just those little things.
We're being overly critical.
I am, but I have to be that. I just approach that with every game. I'm not expecting a deep, enriching story, okay? I know what I'm expecting going into this. It's those little tiny fixes that I would have appreciated, that I thought would have separated it a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. It's criticism.
There are a few things that he could have implemented that would have made it a little better. But for what the game was, it was very simplistic.
Yes, it was.
It was challenging. I mean, the controls, it's WASD.
I didn't have any control problems with it.
Just gun it over that corner because you're already going to have the momentum to carry you. It's nerve-wracking when you get to this point.
Yes! You fall off? No! Come on! How could you do that?
One more try.
Why? I couldn't help it. You couldn't help it?
Controls?
There was no other controls, and then you had a damage meter. So,
which didn't really serve any sort of purpose, really. I mean, maybe later in the game, we'd only got through, say, I don't even know how many levels we got through. Maybe that would have meant something.
I got through 20. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I'll have to count.
We got through a couple dozen levels, I think.
We'll count. I'll put the number on how many it actually was.
We played the game for, I believe, an hour.
Yes, we did.
It didn't feel like an hour.
No, it did not.
I really, really didn't think it felt like an hour.
That's one thing that has bonus.
Yeah, we kind of just blew through, and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of tried to beat the one level. We just couldn't beat it, so we decided to call it there.
Yeah, because at that point, it wasn't challenging. It was just frustrating dealing with the controls and physics.
If we had beaten it, we probably would have kept going.
I will say, when you did beat it, that sense of completion was pretty spectacular. And I think, hopefully, that's something you feel by yourself and not just with, because we have a group of people, so it's going to be enhanced. I don't know. How much would you actually spend on this, from 0 cents to and up?
Well, we spent $1.
We spent 99 cents. So how much would you actually spend?
I think I would spend $1.
Okay, all right.
I really would. I felt good about spending $1. You know why? Because I feel like that's a game where if for some reason you have nothing going on, and you have a couple guys over, and you're like, hey, you know what? You guys want to try it? You could play it for 15 minutes and just to get people to be like ticked off and be like, oh, whatever.
I don't know why the ride in the front tires kills me. It is awesome. Hold on, I'm good. I told you this game would be wonderful. Oh, this is hilarious.
You know, because it's not exactly something simple. I mean, you had an extremely difficult time turning.
I'll do anything. Oh! Here we go. Dave! DH! If you fall off... Dave!
He's not the best at turning. That's his problem. Oh, God.
No! Dave! I'm nervous. Stop.
You gotta be kidding me.
Alright, gun it. No, stop. You're making me laugh. Dave? Shut up. Just shut up.
He's literally off the doors.
Just shut up. He is on. Go. Turn left. Just turn left. I am. Oh my God. Just be very careful. Yes! Woo!
Yes,
I
did.
You could not turn.
Not for the life of me.
It was just hysterical. Mm-hmm. So Mark was really good at the game, and I was okay, but it just kind of depends on how everybody. And so that was.
You give it $1. I'm going to somewhat agree with you and say I'll give it 74 cents, like
74,
as in a discount. It's 99 to 74. I would, however, I'll say this. If it had implemented things like, hey, this is how many levels there are, or how many levels you've progressed, or something like that, a timer system, quick fixes, I would have spent $2 to $3. And because that means it's a legitimate game. Like, this is something you could have picked up on, like, the PlayStation
The game
Store
could
or
easily
something.
be like a $2.49 game.
Or a $5 game. Like, it had the potential to do that, but because of those little errors and those little things that should be there that aren't, that's what hurts it for me. So I'll have to go 74 cents just because I can't see paying a whole $1 for it. If it's done discounted, maybe I'd pay that. And that's about it. That's all I got for Flipped On. We decided not to flip it off.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see. I need to check that studio.
Yeah, see, they put everything else out.
If they have a couple of games, because I'd be curious to check them out. I mean,
I like the concept.
As decent as what he put out, I mean,
I feel that if this guy actually just went and just put a little more detail in there, a little more effort, you could actually have something that's decently successful. It just needs to be hashed out a little bit more instead of just the physics part of it. And other than that, it wasn't a total disappointment. I thought it'd have been terrible, but you know what? We had a good laugh with it, and it was challenging. We wanted to keep playing. So
thoroughly enjoyable evening.
Yeah, so Flipped On, 74 cents. He gives it $1. Looking forward to more.